Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Here we have the two latest 6S creations by Arrma, the Big Rock and the Kraton EXB. So I'm going to do a little comparison between these two. Which one might be right for you? First, let me apologize about the wind. I had the GoPro set on maximum wind, but I literally just came down this road. I turned off the road down there, came up this road. I got out of my car. Boom! The biggest. I'll tell you, man, what if I would have been a few seconds earlier? Whew, man, or a few seconds later. Man, you guys just never know. All right, yeah, there's the ambulance. Okay, so obviously two different vehicles, very similar in nature, but very different too at the same time. So we can see the Big Rock is a little bit longer. It definitely, well, actually I won't even say it's that really higher. Let's look. Actually, look at that, the Kraton has more ground clearance. Wow, look at that. That's something else. I did not expect that. So yeah, you got, look at that. Wow, so more ground clearance actually with the Kraton. Body wise, as we know, the Big Rock has a new semi-clipless system here that I do like. I really like that system. It does away with two clips, and for some reason these clips here in the back squeeze in way easier than any of these. Wow, it did sound like a hard hit out there. So, you know, Arrma did a really nice job of fully encasing this chassis, making sure it was strong. This one here is very thin, very kind of flimsy, but I think it's okay for here. Well, the one thing I will say with this, God, I hope this GoPro's right here, why, especially with it being a basher, did they not add any type of protectors up here? I know this got some complaints, and I'm even one of them too, that I think these things should have been a little higher, possibly protect the body, because right here you got some scraping, but this has nothing, and I totally missed it on my review video. I apologize about that, but no protector. Oh wow, look at the difference between the bodies. That's a lot of difference. But you know, most of this body here is taken up with the wing. Now, one of the big obvious difference between the two are all the EXB parts, your metal shocks, the bulkheads, the shock towers, all that good stuff is different. Other than that, we're kind of looking pretty much the same stuff, the same type of shocks. They're covered, the same A-arms. It's actually even too, it's the same chassis pretty much. Well, no, it is a bit different. It actually is quite a bit different. Wow, I am surprised. Look at that. So they are quite a bit different. So this one's a little bit more square here. It just tapers down a little bit in the back. This gearing's in a different spot. This one's more tapered in the front and way tapered in the rear. And you know, you get that cool laser etching there. So, but kind of the same. It's the same concept. Metal chassis, plastic protectors here. You know, this is definitely more encased. But these both have the same ESC, the same motors. Let's see, Spectrum Firma 2050 kV. Sorry guys, I do not have my glasses. I'm about half blind at this point in life. Well, I have a hard time reading. Spectrum Firma 2050 kV. So, same motors, same ESCs, different servos. So this is a S665, and this is oh no, it is the same servo, S665. but it is a different servo saver on that. It's supposed to be a new design on here, but yeah, I mean, same brace. No, this one uses a continuous brace all the way through, where this is a two-piece brace that hooks into the center diff. This does not. So this goes straight through. It's one piece. They both have two braces down here in the bottom. And okay, so this does have a different type of cup and all that, which is probably part of the redesigned EXB part. So obviously you see the turnbuckles in that. These look a bit thicker, but maybe not. I think it is. It looks a little bit thicker. So yeah, they both have anti-sway bars. This one's disconnected. I'll have to rehook that back up. So I've had a couple times that just pop loose, but it's not anything to pop it back in. Let me see, front sway bar still. I don't know why we keep calling them sway bars. I guess it's easier to say than it's actually an anti-sway bar. It helps eliminate sway. It's not a sway bar. It doesn't cause sway. Other than that, kind of the same. So both have bumpers here in the front. So this is a big difference here in the Big Rock, is you get a huge bumper here in the back, where the Kraton, there's nothing you're gonna hit here, and it's just kind of the wing to protect stuff. But so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take it around the BMX track, and this is interesting. Looks like I'm losing half of my track, because where I used to jump, we kind of, I can still make it work, but we're gonna lose part of that. That's gonna suck, but we're gonna go ahead and run around the track. We're gonna do some comparisons and that, and kind of help you decide which one you should get. Now, obviously they built the Kraton. It's a basher. We know what it's about. It's, you know, very similar to the Outcast. The Outcast is more the fun backflip wheelie type RC, where this is a little bit longer and supposed to be better on flat out acceleration and a little less ground clearance than the Outcast. Now, where does the Big Rock really fit in? Is it a basher? You know, it definitely can handle its fair share of it. Ooh. It can. It definitely has a lot of power and stuff to get by. But, you know, with the body and stuff on here, it's not something I think I would take to the skate park and go out and abuse, you know. But it is a fun RC. It's got a lot of power. It obviously can wheelie and do stuff really nice. Now, I know one point that people that had the RC bring up are the tires are slick. They don't get good traction. But I think that's kind of the point. Maybe it's just a big 6S drifter. I kind of rather enjoy the way that it operates. And I think, for me, maybe I think that's kind of part of the fun of this. RC is the way it drifts, and that, you know, the tires will slide, so you don't get that it grabs traction and flips. Oh, like I just did. Oh man, so what do we got going on over here? What are they doing to my park here? This is interesting. This might be fun to go cruise in. Huh. I hope I'm not gonna lose this area, because this is like the only place I got. See, the Big Rock handles like this stuff pretty good. It definitely, I think, you know, even at fast turns, it does pretty good. Let's do one more. Man, boy, she flies. I don't think, yeah, I don't, see, this thing I think just lacks, it's probably the tires. It lacks like the punch to do a backflip. I'm really reluctant to even try, because I really don't want to land on this body and smash on, even though it's kind of solid, but maybe we could try one. This thing just, it almost seems, you know, you really have to stay on the gas just to even keep the front end up on this, but yeah, I knew it. This thing's not going to backflip. And I got the punch set up, turned up a little bit, but it's okay. So that might be one thing. If you're considering one of these, I love the way this thing just slides. I do. I think it's fun. Let me see. Does that body look awful dang crooked? It looks awful crooked. Oh boy, we didn't break. Okay, so it got caught on that. But, let's check it. Whoa. Yeah, everything looking nice and straight. Everything's working. That's good. All right, time to take the Kraton out. This is just a natural born jumper. It really just takes so little throttle. And this thing just, it wants to go, but see, this one here likes to tip over more than what the Big Rock does. And this is where, you know, you got those really grippy tires that are digging into like the grass and the dirt. Kind of get you. Man, she's got some power. Kind of wonder why they didn't put a wheelie bar on this. Got a wheelie bar on the 4S. Probably because if you're really into bashing, you're probably going to land on it and do some damage. See, it's really hard to take turns with this one really fast. This is kind of, well, on the pavement, it does good, but on if you're messing around in the dirt, then these tires really dig in. Again, everyone, sorry about the wind, but we got a lot of bad weather coming, and I really need to get some video shots so I have continuous content for you. But let's see, this is where the Kraton rolled, and I've actually, this is the first time I've taken the Kraton here. This. Oh yeah, she flies. See, this is where the Kraton should do better than the Outcast, as in flat out fast acceleration through this stuff. But I think it's lightweight here, kind of hinders it. Oh, I guess I'm dragging something. There's this whole big root. Oh, we got a root. And no doubt in my mind, this is gonna backflip. Oh yeah, easy. One of the main differences between the two. The air control is far superior on here. It just has more torque in the air, which is weird. I have to check, see what the gearing is between the two. Maybe there's just a substantial gear difference between them. I mean, they're both running 6S. They both have the same motor, the same ESC. Can the tires really make that big of a difference? I don't know. But I tell you, I feel like the Big Rock does better handling this, believe it or not. Probably just its heavier weight. But this thing here, you can see the back end's just really, really bouncy. Ooh. So much power. Woo. Man, this thing should just be a damn airplane. It likes to fly that much. I do really love this one. See, this one just, it grabs more out here in the concrete. But man, it is a fun RC. Woo! All right, everyone, I ran out of battery again at the track when I was doing my wrap up. But here you have it, two 6S vehicles. Same motor, same ESC, same power plant, two totally different ways of driving, and this is why we have different RCs. Now, which one you want is totally up to you. You got to think about what your driving style is. If you're not going to be into bashing, maybe you want the Big Rock. It definitely looks really cool. You can add some lights to this. As far as I know, they're still back ordered, but you can add lights. It's a really stellar looking body. I kind of like the way these tires are slick. Makes it fun for the street. Sliding around, even in your yard, sliding around, fishtailing, doing stuff like that. Now, as you saw, there's less air control with this. It's not going to backflip, at least not the way it sits now. I might, if you turn the punch level up, maybe. I'm already at 7. I can go up to 9, see if it. But this one here backflips so easy. This one jumps really easy. It just, I don't know. It just, they both feel about the same weight. Even though this is a little heavier body, it's a little longer, I'm pretty sure this has a little more weight to it. These tires are probably a little heavier, but you got a lot more metal on this one too, so it kind of maybe balances out. But plus you got all that with the big wing in the back too. But you know, so as we saw, going wide open through a field, doing stuff, I think the Big Rock just absorbed that a lot better than what the Kraton did, which I thought that's kind of where the Kraton was supposed to be superior to, like, the Outcast. The Outcast was supposed to be more of the backflip jumper, stuff like that, but, and this was supposed to be for speed and going out, but I don't know. This one, it jumps so nice. So if you really want to jump, you want to go distances, I would do the Kraton. If you want to do street running, do some mile bashing, some jumps, probably go with the Big Rock. Either one, I don't think it can do you wrong, but like I said, you can definitely see this one will backflip like that easy. This one won't. So it really depends on your style of driving. Don't buy a vehicle just based on the body, okay? Just because maybe you like this. I've heard people say, you know, they have a Ford and they think it looks like the Ford, or they feel like it looks like the Ford, I should say. Reason they would go with that. But if you're going to buy that, but you want something that's going to be backflip, then you're going to end up buying new tires and stuff like that. Which one's going to do what you want out of the box without big investments into it? So there you go. And whoo, calm down. I know I'm going to get some hate from the Arrma guys because you guys are tough. But seriously, my experience, which isn't vast, I don't know, take it for what it's worth. If you want a vehicle that's going to be really good flat out on open fields and absorb a lot of terrain, will backflip, and can bash really well, kind of do what both of these can, you might want to consider the Traxxas sledge. Just saying, I really love that vehicle. It is a great vehicle. It's 6S, a little bit larger than, I believe it's a little bit larger than both of these, but it's a nice, it's a heavy RC, not terribly heavy, but man, it'll plow through a field like that. It'll backflip. It does jumps phenomenally. But that's just a thought. I really feel like the sledge kind of does what both of these do. That being said, though, I had no regrets. I bought these with my money. These are mine. I love them. I wouldn't change it. I mean, especially this one. This is kind of like, I'm really leaning to my favorite. I really like the size factor of the 6S, even though I had the sledge. This thing just launches so easy. Like when it takes a jump, you don't have to have a whole lot of speed, man. It gets up there. It flies so nice. This thing really loves the jump, and this thing is just fun speeding around, drifting it. I have a blast with them both. So there you have it. That's my 2 cents, my view on these two brand new Arrmas. Which one is right is up to you, your style of driving, and which one you prefer. Like I said, they're both the same price point, same drivetrain, handle a bit different. So I hope you found this entertaining and informative. And if you buy one, I think you're going to enjoy either one that you have. Like I said, I'm just trying to point out from my perspective, I feel the differences that these two brand new RCs are. So everyone, appreciate the support. It's tremendous. It really does mean a lot, man. I'm a disabled vet. I do YouTube kind of help take my mind off the pain and everything that I deal with, and it's a help, man. So the positive comments, the support, the friends I'm making through this, it's just been absolutely great. So like I said, this is my personal opinion on how I feel stuff. My opinion could be wrong. It could differ from yours. We all can agree to disagree, and we can live happily. There's no need to get crazy, rude, that in the comments. You know, we all have our opinions, and I've said it time and time again through here. So my opinions on how I feel the vehicles operate. That's why I show you the videos on how they run, so you can make an informed decision, because I want you to spend your money wisely. All right, that being said, thanks for watching, thanks for the support. Hope to see you on the next one.